Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney. So today I'm going to be here with hopefully what should be a short photo card organization video. Who knows. I have a few BTS items, but actually the majority of this is going to be Luna, because I did get quite a few Luna items in today. I am also going to be answering some of the questions that you guys asked me over on Instagram. So if you guys ever want to ask me a question, I occasionally, probably every few weeks or maybe once a month, I ask on Instagram for you guys to send me in questions so I can answer them during a Q&A. So I got a few and we will go ahead and get started. So the first cards that I'm going to put away are going to be, I got 3 of Jungkook's 22920 cards. These are all from Jane. If you guys watch her videos, she did have 3 extras because she originally bought these and then she ended up buying the full set. So I took advantage of that and bought these off of her. So I have 2, 3, and 5. The only interesting thing is the number 2 here has this misprint, which I think is pretty common for this number, so I'm not too bothered about it, but it does have that misprint. But anyway, while I'm putting these away, I'll answer the first question, which is there a card / merch item that you really want but don't think you'll ever own? There are a few. So I really want to complete Jungkook and Jimin's broadcast cards, but especially War of Hormone and I Need You, I'm not sure if I'll ever actually get those. Apart from those cards, the 2014 diary, I want to get that at some point, but that costs $500 at least. I've seen it go up to like $1,000 for that, so we're doubtful about that one. But those are, I think, the 2 main things I want would be some of the early broadcast cards and then the 2014 diary. But yeah, so now I'm just missing 1, 6, and 7. I have 7, I think, bought already, so I'm just really missing 1 and 6. And then I have purchased, I think, 1 of the units, and I might purchase a second one here shortly, so then I'll get started on the units, which, yay. But anyway, that's all I actually wanted to put away in this binder. But the next question is, what is the rarest item you own? Probably either Namjoon's War of Hormone card, or the 2014 diary cards for Jimin and Namjoon. I think those are the rarest I own. I think the On broadcast is pretty rare. Like, there's 300 sets, which I think is probably less than actually War of Hormone. So I think any of those, I'm not sure exactly, like, out of that, I think probably the 2014 diary, honestly, but I wouldn't bet 100% on that. But anyway, I have 2 more School Love Affair Special Edition cards I'm going to put away. I also got these from Jane. I don't want to say, like, she ran a go, but, like, she bought a few copies for me and I think one of her other friends. So these are the cards that she pulled for me. So we have Taeyang and Hobie. And then next question is, how can you tell if sellers on Mercari Japan are legit and their PC's official? I mean, they do have ratings on Mercari Japan, so they have, like, how many people gave the seller a positive rating and how many people gave them a negative rating. So that's obviously a good way to look right there. Like, if they have a lot of negative ratings, then obviously I wouldn't trust them. It doesn't necessarily say, like, why the rating is negative, but it does kind of give you that ratio. So you can see, like, if they have 5,000 positive reviews and 2 negative reviews, then they're probably fine. But if they have, like, 500 positive reviews and, like, 300 negative reviews, then obviously they're suspicious and I probably wouldn't buy from them. So that's the first thing I would look at. The second thing would be, like, the photos. Like, are they good photos? Do they only have 1 photo? What does the description look like? That kind of thing. A lot of the mini photo cards, you can actually tell if they're real or fake by looking for, like, the texture in the photos. But yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to use your best judgment, and like most of the cards that I buy on Mercari Japan are not like so rare that I like feel like I have to buy it. Like if I'm skeptical, I just won't buy it, and I'll just wait for like either another listing or I'll just buy it from like an Instagram seller or someone else. But yeah, I would say use your best judgment. If it seems suspicious, it probably is suspicious. But yeah, so the next cards I'm going to put away are actually going to be in my Grow Grit binder. We'll see if I'm able to put all of these away. But the next question is least favorite PC you own. I feel like no one asked this. I mean, you guys know how I feel about HOH Epilogue and the Wings Tour. So I would say like those, in terms of like album photo cards, I really don't like Oh Are You Late To. Maybe the first Japanese showcase. I'm not super into that set for Jimin. I would say any of those. Like for BTS, basically any of the early sets when they all had like bowl cuts and they looked ridiculous, would be my answer. Okay, so I have one Everglow card I'm going to put away. So I'm actually going to be completing Everglow's set for EU. And I actually have our Make Star card, should be on the way very shortly. In the Make Star Go, I feel bad because I guess I was like the first person to claim EU, so I'm actually going to get both of these cards. Plus I have an extra of her holo, so I'm probably going to be selling an album like with these 3 cards attached. So if you guys are interested, keep an eye out on my Instagram because I probably will be selling that sometime soon. But I do have her Make Star card on the way, and then I'll basically be done with EU, except I do need to get the second My Music Taste card from Reminiscence era, but that's not very high on my priority list. But this album wasn't too difficult to complete, so I'm feeling a-okay. So I also have, I don't know if I'm actually going to put these away, but I also have all these other Everglow postcards. I already put EU in here, but I don't know how I want to like deal with these because they're such a weird size that I don't really think they fit in 4-pocket sleeves. But I don't really want to like leave them in my binder because I actually quite like all of them. I think they're really nice. They're just such a weird size. So I'm gonna get out some 4-pockets and we shall see basically if I can get this to work or not. But while I'm getting out the 4-pocket sleeves, I'll answer the next question, which if you had to keep only one set of cards for each group you collect, what would it be? Oh, this is really hard. This is hard for a group, especially like Luna. For Luna, it would be ++ normal B. That's my favorite set of theirs. We're gonna see if the Everglow cards fit in here. For BTS, I like honestly don't have any idea. Like, it would be like the Japanese, like the sparkly hollow Japanese fan clip registration cards, but I don't have OT7 for that. I just have Bias Line. So if we're talking about something I have an OT7 set for, probably You Never Walk Alone in terms of album photo cards. For DVDs and Blu-rays, either New York Blu-ray or Memories 2017, but I don't know, that question's really hard. Let me see if these fit in here. Okay, look how tall these are. This is why I don't want to put these away. Okay, so these might not actually go in my binder because I don't really want to use up a bunch of 2-pocket sleeves for no reason. So I'll probably actually put these back in the album, which kind of sucks, but they're such a weird size. But while I'm in here though, I will get out some more 4-pockets for something I'm going to put away later. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then the next question is your favorite thing about collecting. Not to be like sappy, but I really like all the people that I've met, like all the friends I've made doing it. That's really the reason I'm like still doing it. Like obviously I still enjoy collecting as like a thing I do. But if I hadn't made friends doing it, I probably would have stopped. Or I don't know if I would have like gotten as far as I've gotten. So not to get like all like emotional or whatever, but probably like everyone I started talking to because of it, all the friends I've made. So let me get out my Luna binder. Ugh. Ugh, God. Okay, so we're gonna do a lot with this. The first thing I'm gonna do, well, I don't know why I put that binder away because I'm gonna have to get it back out here shortly, but whatever. The first thing I'm going to do is put away these album cards that I've gotten recently, and then I will also answer a question. So someone asked, if you saw Jimin on the streets and no one else noticed him, would you go up and say hi? No. I have no desire to be seen by BTS as like a real human being. If they like see me at a concert, that's one thing, but like I really do not want to be perceived by BTS. So that might sound stupid, but like that's how I feel. I really like, I don't ever want to like meet them or anything like that. That's just not something I'm interested in. So no, I would not say hi. So for album cards, I've gotten a few. I ordered all of these on eBay and they actually came like really quick. And the price was actually semi decent. So I think for version A, I only have this one go on card, but I went ahead, I said fuck it. I went ahead and made individual sheets and like rows for everyone. So we will flip to go on. And this is the first go on card I think I actually have. She like hated me and like avoided me for all of my albums. But the next question I have is, any moments that made you seriously think about quitting collecting? When Luna announced that they were doing 132 photo cards, I mean, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would have seen it, but like I literally had like a mental breakdown and wanted to stop collecting Luna and like sell my whole collection and like all this insane shit. I was like so like on the verge of insanity when they announced that. I did finish Chew though for version B, so that's cool. So that really made me want to quit, but I kind of got over that. But yeah, that's the most recent one that I can think of. In terms of other events, nothing else really sticks out, but I literally was on the verge of like stopping Luna because of, I was like 132 cards is like ridiculous, and yet here I am. So yeah. The next question is, has BTS ever said anything that's really stuck with you, such as a quote? Not to be like basic, but the quote Namjoon has about like him wanting us to use them to like take our pain from like 100 to 99 to 98, 97. You guys know which one I'm talking about. I think that one's really meaningful. That's probably my favorite one, honestly. But yeah, I mean, they have a lot of good quotes, but I think Hyejin goes right here. But that's probably my favorite, I would say. And then we have Hyunjin. Let me make sure this is right. Yeah, Hyojin. Next question is, what made you decide to collect photo cards? I don't really know. Like, honestly, the reason that I first started collecting is in my You Never Walk Alone albums, like I had bought both copies of the album, or like both versions of the album, and I had pulled Jin in both of them, and for a long time I just kept them. And then I saw someone, I think on Twitter, who wanted to trade. They had double Jungkook and they wanted to trade, I think it was double Jungkook. They had double Jungkook and they wanted to trade for like any other member basically. So I had double Jin, so we ended up trading, and this was like this person's, I think, like first trade or something, and like it was my first trade too, so like I was fucking like completely clueless, but I basically thought I had gotten scammed, but I ended up actually getting that card eventually because they had put like insufficient postage on it, so it had gotten returned to them, but I thought I had gotten scammed, so I actually like went on eBay to basically get a replacement for the Jin card that I lost. Like I was gonna not buy Jin, I was gonna buy a different member, so I went and I bought Jimin off of eBay, and then after that I realized that like this was like a whole thing that people did, you know, where they bought and sold photo cards like outside of the album and everything. So after that I realized that there was like a whole thing for it, basically. So once I bought that Jimin card, and then once I got the JK card like actually in the mail, after that I was like, well, this is like a thing people do, so let me start doing it. And I think at that point too, I was maybe watching a few people on YouTube. But yeah, that's basically how I got started. So next up, I'm going to be putting away, these are all the like Orbit Ring photo cards from My Music Taste. So I have 9 out of the 11. I don't have Cherry or Olivia, because I actually bought those from a different seller because I'm stupid. So these are all the other members though, so we will be putting these away. So the way I have this organized, I don't know if I talked about this on camera, but basically I'm going to be doing the pre-order benefits like on these 3 sheets, and then all the album photo cards like here. So I'm going to be doing like with Drama, the normal My Music Taste, and then the Orbit Ring here. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the next question is, which American artist do you want to see BTS collab with next? I really like Ariana Grande. Like, I don't know if that's... I'm gonna get different sleeves for this because these are too big. I really like Ariana Grande though, so I would like to see them collab with her. Rina Sawayama is not American, she's British, but I would like to see them collab with her. Chloe and Halle I really like. I don't really necessarily think they could actually collab with them, but I really like them as like a group, so any crumbs they give us for that I would like. But those are kind of my top ones. I definitely want them to collab with female artists. I don't ever want to see like male artists collabing with them, but that's just my own personal taste. But yeah, and then the next question is, which of the big 4 companies group would you want to see BTS collab with if it was allowed? I mean, I'd like to see them collab with G-Friend, like, legit, and then that one could actually, like, theoretically happen. And then, in terms of, like, outside of Big Hit, I mean, Twice would be really cool. Red Velvet would also be really cool. But, I mean, none of that's gonna happen, but the G-Friend one is, like, the most possible one because at least Source is owned by, Big Hit, but like, I don't know. I mean, basically any girl group would be cool, I think. What type of concept are you looking forward to for Life Goes On? Well, today the Rolling Stone India interview came out, and in it, Jin said it was actually like chill and laid back music, which I love. I really like HOH era, and one of the reasons I like that is because they have some more R&B. This is in the wrong spot. Wait, what the fuck? I'm like missing a whole page. The reason I like that is because they were more R&B based, so they have a few more chill songs. So I'm actually really excited for the chill and laid back vibes of Life Goes On, if I'm being honest. I'm not super into the title, if I'm like being 100% real. Like, I think the title's a little bit like cliche, but I'm sure the song will be good. Like, I'm not really worried about that. I just think the title is a little bit like on the nose, but that's not a real big issue. Okay, I don't know like what the hell happened, but like I missed a whole sheet of 9 pockets here. Oh. So let me get out one of those. And while I'm getting one out, the next question is, should I give up on collecting Memories 2017 Blu-ray? It's so expensive now. It depends on what members you already have. If you already have like Maknae line, then no. But because you can find Hobi, Namjoon, and Jin for like I don't want to say cheap because they're still really expensive, but you can find those cards. If you're missing any of Maknae line or Yoongi, like good luck. That's really difficult, and the cards are like really expensive nowadays, so I mean, I guess it depends, like always, just on how patient you can be and like how much you're willing to spend on them. But I don't want to tell anyone to like give up, but it kind of depends, I guess. So you kind of have to make that call yourself. Next question is, how do you feel about the online concerts? I quite like the online concerts. I mean, they're not as good as like a real concert. Like, it's just, you know, they're just not going to be as good as a real concert. But did I like fuck this up? I did. These are in the wrong spot. But I'm really glad that they're able to like still do something and still perform for us. I imagine it's like really difficult for them. Like for any performing artist to go from like being in front of like thousands and thousands of people to like basically being in front of no one and having to like provide all the energy yourself, if that makes sense. So I'm just glad that they're able to do something, and like we're not having to go like this full year without like anything basically. So I mean, I like them. What's the best photo card trade you've ever done? I don't really think I've ever done a good one, like, if that makes sense. Like, I always trade equivalent things. Like, I don't trade really things of differing values. So, like, none of them. Like, I mean, like, if I trade, for instance, like, a Luna album card, it'll be for, like, another Luna album card. Like, I'm not getting things that are, like, a different value, basically. So, like, none of them. In terms of like the best purchase, I think like the best deal I've ever gotten in terms of like a purchase, either my full Jimin Second Muster 17520 set. I got the full mini photo card set plus his live photos, like all 6 of his mini photo cards and all 5 of his live photos for like $90 shipped, which is like a really good deal. And then I got his Now 2 postcard thing for like $27 or something like that. So those are like the 2 best deals I think I've ever gotten. But in terms of a trade, I can't really think of anything. Okay, next up we have I'm going to go ahead and put these away because these are going to annoy me. We have the tickets, which I'm going to put in a 6 pocket. I guess I'll put them here. Ugh. This is gonna annoy the shit out of me because there's 6 of them, so I guess I'm gonna do it like this. Ugh. Okay, so the next question. What's the best BTS DVD concert you'd recommend? Definitely HOH on stage. That's my favorite one. I heard the Japan one is really good as well. I don't have the Japanese one, I just have the like normal Korean one, but that one's my favorite concert. I really like the epilogue as well. Those are my 2 favorites, I would say. But it also depends on like what songs you want to listen to. I'm like not a big Wings fan, so I actually really don't watch like the Wings concert or anything that often. I quite like the Wembley concert, but I would say like overall HOH. And I like Fourth Muster too. So those 2 probably. Okay, what else do I have? I have the pre-order benefits from BBC Shop. So let me put those up front. So I think I'm going to put those behind this 9 pocket. I only have like 3 right now, so I'm just going to put 1 4 pocket up here. And I'm just going to put them all... Well, I have Heejin, Yeojin, and Vivi, so like they're going to all go together anyway, so... Hopefully these fit in this 4 pocket. I don't have to get out the other one. Fuck. Oh my god, I have to get out the other one. Okay, so let me get out the other 4 pocket pages. Ugh. And then while I'm doing that, I can be answering the next question. Is there one song from BTS that you know all of the lyrics to sing to, even if your life depended on it? Probably Spring Day. I could probably sing all of Spring Day, like, with no trouble. That's the one that first comes to mind. And then next question is, are you excited for the new album? What style of music do you want to see BTS try next? I am excited for the new album. I don't necessarily want to see them try like a new style. I kind of want to see a little bit of return to some styles that they have previously experimented with. I am really excited for the album. I think it's going to be really good. But there's something like, I try not to theorize too much because I feel like this happens with Luna actually a lot, but I think people sometimes like think too much about what they want and, you know, kind of they come up with too many theories in their head, and then when the thing actually gets released, they end up being disappointed because it doesn't meet their like extremely high expectations that they set themselves. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But I try not to like think too much about like what they're going to do or anything like that. But I am really excited. And the album packaging preview came out the other day, or like yesterday. So I was excited to see that. And I'm excited to see what songs they're going to release. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to put away in my Luna binder is I got finally, like fucking 500 years later, I got the Polaroid set from the Summer Zone concept thing, so I'll do a quick like showing you guys all of the photos. When was the Summer Zone? It was like literally in July or something, wasn't it? And like it is now November, and like I just now got these, so some group orders take like 500 years, but I got it for a good price, so I can't be too mad about it. But yeah, I'm thinking these are gonna have to go in a 4-pocket page, so I got some of those out. And I'm gonna put these at the end. I think I'm gonna put them with maybe actually the summer package right here maybe, because technically I think this stuff did come before the light stick, even though it took me months after to get it, so hopefully this will work out. But while I'm putting these away, have you ever taken a break in collecting for certain reasons? If so, please share your experience. I've never taken like a legitimate break from collecting. I mean, I've definitely like dropped collections. You guys have seen where I've done that before. Like if I'm not really vibing with the music, or if I want to reduce how many members I'm collecting or things like that, like I've done that before. And I mean, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. I don't really consider, like, I don't think collecting is like that serious, I guess, is how I would phrase it. So if you want to drop a collection for any reason, like, you go for it. Like, I don't think it says anything about you or like your love for a group if you end up dropping a collection, because obviously like things happen in your life that you can't predict. So, you know, like if an emergency pops up, or like your financial situation changes, or like your living situation changes or something like that, like I don't think there's any shame in like not being able to collect anymore. Like if you want to get into it later, it'll still be here for you, you know what I mean? Like it's not like the photocards are going anywhere. So I think it's fine. Like I think we need to normalize people being able to do whatever they want like with their money basically. So that's really all I have to say about that. The next question is, if Namjoon, Jimin, Jungkook had a secret relationship with another female idol, would you still support them? I mean, like, yes. Like I'm an adult, so I don't really care like what they do in terms of like their personal lives. Like obviously I would still support them. They can do whatever they want. They can have whatever kind of like relationship they want to have with other people. Doesn't really affect me in any kind of way. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Like I really I want all of my faves to be like happy and fulfilled in their lives. And if they're happy and fulfilled with other people, then that's good. And if they are fine not with other people, that's also good. So I don't really have a whole lot to say about that, but yes. What's your guilty pleasure besides collecting, of course? Sleep. Is that a guilty pleasure? I don't know. I mean, I listen to music outside of K-pop. Most of my other hobbies, though, I don't really have to spend any money on, so I wouldn't really consider them like a quote-unquote like guilty pleasure. I watch things on Netflix. I don't know. That's basically it. I'm pretty boring as a person, so don't expect too much. So the next question is a group that you will never stan. Not to get like canceled, but pretty much any YG group. So like Blackpink, iKON, Winner, Treasure. I don't support YG as like a company. So even like some artists I really like Lehigh, when she was still under YG, I like wouldn't support it. Like I don't even stream the music or anything like that. Like I'm pretty hardline about it because I think YG is like a really terrible company, and I think the only way they'll stop what they're doing is if we as consumers like boycott them basically. So any of the YG groups. I mean, I also just like don't really like Blackpink's music that much, so I wouldn't really support them anyway. Winner and iKON, I like their music a little bit more, but it's nothing like revolutionary, so probably any YG group basically. And the next question is, if BTS were to create a subunit, who would you want in it? Obviously my bias line. Yeah, so I would want my bias line in it. I think that would be a really good subunit, like outside of my selfish desire. I think it would be a good subunit because it'd be one rapper and two vocalists, which I think is a good balance. I have these film strips and I'm trying to decide. I think they might have to go in this kind of pocket. Outside of them, I think like Hobie, Jimin, and Tae would maybe be a good unit. Yoongi, JK, and Jin would be a good unit. I'm trying to like, I really like putting one rapper with two vocalists, so I think basically any combination of that would be really good. Just because I think it's the most balanced. Okay, so I have these film strips. So there's two film strips and then there's like two stickers basically. For the stickers, I might try and put them together in one. We'll see how that goes, but I'm gonna put this in like this. But yeah, basically I think most combinations in BTS would work well as a subunit. I mean, obviously we even see like rap line and vocal line as subunits, and that works really well, so I think BTS is full of unlimited possibilities in that regard. Is there any other groups you're thinking about collecting? I've thought about collecting GWSN, which is like a small ass girl group in terms, like not like members small, but like there's not very many people who collect them. But I haven't because, like I said, there's not very many people who collect them, so I'm worried it would be a nightmare. But I really like their music, so I definitely have thought about it. In terms of outside of them, I thought about collecting Twice, like Sana for Twice, but Twice, like looking at it just like exhausts me. So I don't even, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that, but either one of those groups would probably be my answer. Okay, so now I'm done with Luna. I don't really love the way this looks, but whatever, I'm tired of it. So I'm gonna shut this. And then I have some TXT stuff I need to put away that I forgot to put away when we were in my other binder. So let me get out my other binder. Okay, let's flip to TXT. Oops, sorry. I have the big ass postcards to put away, so we'll see how these are gonna work. Jane was telling me these don't fit into 2 pockets, so I really don't want to have to do 1 pockets for them, but I guess we'll see. I think I am though gonna put them before the stickers and this thing, because like they are more technically similar to a photo card, I think, than these inclusions. So I think I'm gonna put them right here. We'll see with the 2 pocket what it looks like. I'm not hopeful though. So next question. What made you start collecting bias line rather than just Jimin? Basically I was done with Jimin, like not like 100% done, but I had completed like the vast majority of what I wanted to complete. Oh, these like stick out. These are too big. Fuck. Okay, I guess these will go in a 1 pocket. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, I had collected basically everything I wanted to collect, so I wanted to get the other members as well because I really like them. And I mean, I basically like, I don't want to say like flipped a coin. Like Jimin is probably like my alt bias, but like JK and Namjoon are like literally like 2 inches behind him. So when I had originally decided to start collecting like outside of my OT7 sets, it was already something that I had been thinking about. So I like hate this. Oh my god. Whatever. For these, I did buy Subunits because I don't want to deal with trading these. These things look like a fucking hassle to trade. So I just ended up buying Subunits from Mercari Japan, and I'll get them in a Neo package. But I think I'm going to put these... What I'll probably end up doing is putting Subunits like facing me and then putting all of these on the back. But for right now, I'm just going to put them all in their own individual 1 pocket. And then next question is your thoughts on Mama. I mean, I don't really have like thoughts on Mama. I don't really think about them unless it's like end of the year. I mean, the whole show, like, I don't want to say it's rigged, but like the whole show is like manufactured, if I'll say it like that. So there's never really any surprises about it. And I mean, they obviously know that BTS is like the biggest name, so I don't know, like all award shows are kind of manufactured to some extent, so like there's not really any like suspense anymore, especially because they only have a couple daesaeng, so like, and BTS is so like impressive that like you can't give album of the year to anyone else. Like even if you think like musically another group deserves it with the way that Mama and MMA both do their like award show criteria, like you can't give it to anyone else. So I mean, it kind of makes it boring in that sense. Like I wish that they would implement like more awards, I guess, to make it a little bit more interesting. And like some of the awards, like they have like stupid criteria, like best dance performance is not really like a dance award. So I mean, I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but whatever, it's Mama, like it's not that serious. Okay, so that's it for TXT. I do have one more card I'm going to put away in my BTS binder if I can find a place for it. I should have done this when I was in that binder as well, but I forgot. And then while we're doing that, I'll answer some of these last few questions. So, someone was like, I'd like to ask about your tattoos. How many do you have and which one was the first? I actually don't know how many I have. More than 20, I think. I haven't gotten a new tattoo though in a minute. I was supposed to get one this year, but then once COVID hit, I was supposed to get one like right here on my arm, but once COVID hit, obviously that kind of went out the window. My first one is actually on my inner arm. I don't think you guys have ever seen it. And I'm wearing a hoodie now, so I can't really show it to you. I'll try and find a picture and put it up. But it's like a dagger through a rose. It's like really traditional. But yeah, I mean, I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 25 now, so it's been 7 years, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I like my tattoos, so thank you for asking a question about something not K-pop. Someone was like, you've made so much progress on JK and Namjoon. Are you missing anything of Jimin's at this point? LOL. Yes, I am missing a few things of Jimin. I do have a Jimin wish list that's still up. For Jimin, I think, I'm trying to think what I'm actually missing for him. Mainly broadcast cards and butterfly dream photos are the main things. Okay, so I have this Bring the Soul postcard, which I don't know where I want to put this. But yeah, I'm thinking mainly broadcast photos and butterfly dream photos for him. Maybe in one of these like random areas back here. Your thoughts on SM's new girl group? Oh my god, I have so many thoughts. I think it's so fucking weird. I don't know why SM can't just do like a normal ass group. Like literally, who asked for this like AI concept? Like it's so bizarre. Like I don't know why SM can't just like do shit normal. Like why do we have to have this like virtual robot thing? Like it's so weird. I don't really have a good place to put this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I low-key kind of just want to like put it behind those. Ugh. I guess I'll get out a new 3 pocket page. Yay. But I need to kind of move my binders over. But yeah, I mean, I think the music for SM's new girl group will probably be good. Just the concept of it is so fucking weird, and like, they're like, I don't know why they just can't do shit normal, but whatever. I mean, I'm probably not gonna stand, like, I don't know, they seem, I'm not old, I'm 25, but like, they seem really like young to me, like, in terms of their like target demographic seems like middle schoolers almost. Like I don't know what is really giving me that impression, but like that's the impression that I'm getting is like the people that are gonna follow this group are like 12. So yeah, that's my opinion of them for right now. But I mean, we'll see once the music video gets released and everything. It might change. I might really like the song or whatever. So we'll see. But that's my opinion right now. What are your favorite songs right now? In terms of K-pop, I'm really liking G-Friend's new album that just came out, Twice's new album, TXT's new album, Luna's new album. Those are some of my favorites. In terms of outside of K-pop, Positions by Ariana Grande. That album came out recently and it's really good. Chloe and Halle, Ungodly Hour, that is like album of the year. Actually, Rina Sawayama album is album of the year, but Chloe and Halle is also really good. Victoria Monet's Jaguar album is really good. I listen to like full albums a lot of the time, if you can't tell. I don't necessarily like pick out songs to do like singles with, but those are some of my favorite albums. And then last question before I end the video is, what do you miss the most in the new generations when you see the old boy groups and girl groups? In terms of things I miss, like I wasn't here for second generation, but like obviously I've watched second generation. So some of what I miss is kind of that like rawness. Like not to say that newer groups don't have that, but sometimes newer groups can be super polished in a way that feels a little bit manufactured. So like not being afraid to really try new things or like make mistakes, especially with 4th gen. 3rd gen is not as bad in terms of that. I mean, I miss live singing. A lot of groups now, like even Luna, like I would say Luna, 90% of their stages are like lip syncs. So I mean, things like that are definitely things I miss. Like it doesn't bother me to a certain extent. Like even BTS lip syncs. So like, it doesn't super bother me. It's just something I miss about like older generations. But other than that, like that's really it. I don't miss the music. I don't really miss the fan culture. I don't really miss anything else. So yeah, those were all of the questions. This ended up being longer because I ended up kind of rambling, but thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you soon. Bye.